All right. Welcome to the Lion Share. We got a little something extra for you this time around. A one-time deal with a interview of a bona fide celebrity. For those of you that don't know, and for 99.9% of the people that are watching this right now, this is the reason that you're on my channel in any form or fashion. Interview with the Georgia landscaper concerning internet drama and the story that is, the story that was, the story that could be. For those of you that don't know the Georgia landscaper, we're talking 900,000 folks on TikTok, 11,000 on YouTube, and I don't know, Facebook algorithm has you because you're under 2,000 there, but you don't put out much content there. So
63 on Instagram. 1,000.
Oh, okay. I was fixing to say 63. Well, you need to branch out. Okay, so
Yeah, 63K.
folks that don't know, which is the vast majority, Georgia landscaper.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all?
So I call you Mr. Landscaper or the Mr. The.
You can call me whatever.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna call your ass Tim because I
Because I
don't
see
do
you.
a lot of nicknames. You can call yourself 3D or something cool like that, but it's gonna come out as douchey, dumbass, and dickbag,
Yeah,
or
so-
something that's just horrible.
Yeah, well, Georgia landscaper. People also know Tim. They've got to know Tim from over the years, not just the character. So
In effort to keep this thing short as possible, with, for Christ's sake, minimal editing. I don't know what let's say. Let's get ready to bumble.
that
And
is
I-
the coolest bell.
Oh, it's antique, old thing, and I never thought I would ever use it, especially as a prop on some sideshow on the internet. So, Tim, the obvious question is, man, why am I here? Yeah,
Because we're
wait,
all
hey,
here
hey,
for a reason.
Have you been caught in another livestock molestation sting operation or something?
I promise you, I'm no longer killing chickens.
No longer. You're gonna
No
say
longer
killing
killing chickens.
chickens. Well, outside of potential livestock molestation, why are we here?
I get myself into stuff, don't I? I'm a magnet for shit.
Stuff.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's we're here to basically just make a formal, or for me to make a formal statement on several accusations that have been made about me and my character.
Jerry.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not something I want to do. But one thing, I am a business owner, and sometimes you have to do things like this, and they're not fun. I know it's not helped me out a whole lot over the last few days. So, but here we are, and let's get it over with.
Yeah, I mean, starting, at the beginning, it's been suggested that I was going to take it easy on you, and I was going to let you just come on here and run your mouth, and you get to say whatever you want to. And
Please. No.
no, but I mean, if half of the Jerry Springer that busted out in the comments on the previous YouTube video, the announcement of this interview, if half of that Jerry Springer is true, statements that people have made, if half of that stuff is true, then why would you come to me for this interview?
From what I wouldn't have.
Based on what people have said, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
why
absolutely not.
did you?
I trust you, and I know that you're no nonsense. I mean, I just know that if I'm in the wrong, you'll call out my wrongs, and if I'm not in the right, not in the wrong, then you'll, and even if I think I'm in the right, and maybe even half the world thinks I'm in the right, if I'm still not by your standard, you'll let me know.
Have we ever had problems?
Absolutely.
And one thing I stick to is the truth.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to tell you anything other than my opinion, and I'm going to back it up with facts, right?
100%.
This interview isn't for you. This interview is for them. Them.
I could agree with that.
Okay, well that's the way I had to proceed with it the entire time, and make sure that everybody, was caught up on exactly what's going on. So you start out with the obvious thing, which is a Google search.
Yeah.
And it's been suggested in the comments, which has been my primer for all of this, to find out what folks want to know, what they've heard, and that type of thing, for anyone to come forward that has anything to say. And if you folks go to hyena.com, that lady did a fairly, for time frame, she did a fairly square up assessment of facts and statements. She presented pertinent evidence, which is all I can do here. The story has pretty much wrote itself based on hyena.com's May 20 article, if you will, on it. What I was not totally prepared for was the clown car to pull up in front of my computer, and they started piling out. It's like I have unleashed zombie wars, but instead of the humans versus the zombies, it's a bunch of zombies versus each other going and just clawing at each other looking for brains that aren't there.
Welcome to social media.
Damn, dude, the hell have you got me into?
I ask myself, what have I gotten myself into every day?
Everybody's familiar with the schoolyard. Everybody has made it through a recess or two, and everybody's familiar with schoolyard politics. So I'm going to give you my take on the schoolyard politics that I opened up by saying I am going to interview you. The interview, hey, when's this interview? Are you done? The interview hasn't taped yet. I'm still collecting evidence. I'm not going to do an announcement one day and then a video the next day and give you a bunch of easy outs. I'm not going by your story, which, like you said, that's why you come here. Yeah. Ring, recess is in, and everybody runs out to the schoolyard. You or the playground. You take your monkey bar folks. You got the folks over at the swings, the slide, that little spinning thing of death, carousel, merry-go-round, whatever it is that you call it, the concussion maker. Some people get flung off of that thing and there are head injuries. But people don't realize when lines are crossed and stuff. And this is your ultimate lesson for social media, dude, is you put your shit out there and people are going to step in your shit and track it around all over the place. So what did I do? I announced that there was going to be a video. And I announced that I was not a TikToker. I was not up on the individual, because I understand there are probably thousands of items of evidence on TikTok to look at. And so it's obvious that some people didn't watch the video, because this one lady in the comments says that I was making myself sound real uneducated on the matter. The part where I said that I'm not a TikToker and that I don't know shit from apple butter, that should have been a clue. No, I don't know all of these stories. I have to go and look at not just your side, but the grand scheme of things. And where I'm going to have the inside track is because I know you.
And
crossing lines on the schoolyard usually ends up getting thumped in the eye. You get pushed down and you skin your knees and stuff like that. But just I love it when people tell me about me, because you're a so-and-so. You're a so-and-so. And I know this about you and I know that about you. You're usually supposed to come with a grain of truth with that. But bringing up my dad, our business relationship, our personal relationship, going back to the business relationship thing real quick while I'm thinking about it. Turns out you owe me money. Well, according to this lady on the internet, you owe me money. Well, I mean, you've owed me money a lot. Yeah. But then Friday came. Yeah. Because of financial thing like payday.
Yeah, payday.
Stuff like that. There are technically times you've owed me money. Yeah. Quite a bit. But to jump into me, because I said I'm going to interview this guy, and that's pretty much all I've said. I tried to address and talk to people in the comments a little bit, and like I said, the clown car come out, man. It was crazy. I see now why you are in the position you're in, because folks, there are no lines for folks on the internet. It's their truth, and if they don't like what you got to say, well, where's your proof? I don't need proof. I was a direct witness. Well, but you got to have proof in order for me to even. And then that kind of person that you can't present enough evidence to, they're not gonna, they'll stick to it like Gorilla Glue. My story, and I'm sticking to it. It doesn't matter what evidence that you put forward. But in an effort to roast your ass, well, you'll see. So I've been able to come up with 6, 7 items for our interview. Some may be pertinent. Some I'm going to ask you stuff that you may not want to answer. And we'll kick it off with I don't know chronologically exactly how this stuff happened, but apparently there was a fan death at a show, and I will say this. That is a moment of silence for that woman. For this to be brought up in a way that I understand that it was, there was one person, multiple people have said that caused the grand majority of the controversy surrounding that fan's death. It was one individual. Didn't you talk to that lady on the phone? Or in text message some other way?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How did she find out anything about what happened?
I don't know where she got her information. I know she.
Well, I mean, information is one thing, but I'm specifically referring to the conversation that you had with this person.
Yeah, she cozied up. She was, I'm your friend.
And you
I see
said
what's happening, and I told her things that, bothered me, that I had a hard time swallowing,
and what
entrusted.
happened? And what happened because of that?
The very person that said it's okay, you can talk to me about everything that bothers you, turned around and turned on me, and
and not just you.
the whole cast.
So
the whole show.
Loose lips.
Yeah.
Loose lips. Yes
absolutely,
or no?
Absolutely.
Way to go. So, further question is, was that the show that was cut terribly short?
No. That was actually a really good show.
Did anything get shaved off of that show because of that lady dying?
No.
I guess the obvious question is, where the hell were you when that lady died? Aren't you a party EMT, and there are a bunch of first responders associated with this show?
Well, yes, sir.
And where were they?
We were off the property. I would like to state there was none of us on that property when we found out that she had passed.
Right. Okay, so
we were took off the property before we knew about it.
Hang on a second, we're gonna come back to that. Y'all were taken off the property before you were told about it.
Yes.
Was anything shaved off the show? Did anything get cut short?
No, sir. No. We were well done with the show.
So,
the show was over.
Y'all didn't go lay in the floor with the lady and
I didn't
first
know,
responder her?
I didn't know anything about the lady till we all got back to our hotel.
So you're not going to go in the ladies' bathroom and die with a little piece of you die with this lady? I mean, I'm not using it to drive anything home. So what I'm saying is, how in the hell?
I didn't get in my truck and go back up there and inject myself.
Or any of the Charlie Echo guys had anything to do with that?
We had nothing to do with it. It was completely out of our control, and I think by everyone trying to not make a public spectacle out of it, that.
Well, I understand that there was a reprimand for you guys having left or something like that. You left a little early or something.
Yeah, the management, sent a voice text out to everyone saying, "Where in the hell are you guys?"
So there was something expected after the show or not, and you guys were taken off.
Yes, and I don't know why or anything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think that was a good move. Whoever did that, whoever made that decision, it doesn't sound like it was management, but whoever made that decision, I think was a good idea. because you guys don't need to be overly involved with what you guys were done with your show, and it was time to move. Somebody may or may not, like I said, it's been suggested, but it doesn't sound like an improper move. In my ignorant, stupid, ugly opinion, is what I'm saying. So if there was any sort of hassle to be gotten from, if anybody got the shit because of that, then that was wrong, in my opinion. It doesn't sound cool. But that is folks trying to make internet drama. Somebody snuck over from the monkey bars and got you running your damn mouth because you think you can trust everybody. Anyway, I hope that lady finds peace where she didn't have it on earth, and it is a damn tragedy that anybody dies prematurely in that surrounding and stuff like that. But I understand that there was somebody that was there with her. It was alluded to in the comment section of my exposure.
Ronnie, I don't mean to change the subject a little bit, but I have a hard time with people leaving this earth, whether it's their time or not, and it bothered me. So, I would like to just reiterate real quick that I was supposed to go visit this person that leaked this information and attacked me, and when I was unable to visit,
Not y'all.
well, y'all, when I was unable to meet that person in California, the very next day when she found out I was in Nevada, that's when she went public with
Somebody a quote from the comments is TikTok is very clicky.
yeah.
So that's plenty. That's what happened. I mean, there's not a whole lot of witness type stuff to that. This is kind of a timeline of events. There's nobody to blame for anything.
No,
having
I know.
To do with that.
Well, it still bothers me because I made it clear that the woman deserved privacy and her family deserves respect and privacy.
Well,
and you ask in a you need to talk about it type way, and all I can say is I mean I was cozied up too. I'm your friend. I got your back.
Well,
talk to me, and I made a mistake.
Yeah, like I said, you're bad.
Yeah.
Clown. So the second question, there was a security issue or a security guard issue, whatever you want to call it, at a show.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell folks your side of that, or I mean, keep it general because I don't care for all the details.
We had just wrapped up my first home state show in Brunswick, Georgia. The show didn't go the way all of us really wanted it to. Me and another creator was in the hallway pretty much, oh, man, we messed this one up. And we kind of both at the same time looks at each other and says, the only way we're going to recover this is go out and talk to people. So we go out and talk to people, and we're in the general crowd, and security comes up and moves us behind some pool tables next to some merch tables. We were doing our thing, not for very long at all. Signing some autographs when people bought shirts and all. I had a follower that had asked, could I please take a selfie with her? I was the only one she didn't have a selfie with, and I agreed to. And that upset somebody really bad. They were asking me to leave and not do the selfie. I was telling
Who?
the security personnel.
Oh, okay, all right. I was thinking somebody had.
Or personal protection. I've heard so many. I don't know what to call them formally, but the protection people. I instructed the protection guy that I was going to take the one selfie and then we were going to go. I mean, I was already halfway across the table and all, and the person lost their cool with me, and in return I lost my cool back. But he got very hostile with me. He was screaming, he was using profanity. It's the reason that picture's out there to this day, and I'm the only guy in that cast that's not smiling with that follower. But it was pretty rough, but it happened in front of everyone, so I was it was very inappropriate, and I thought so.
All right. Something else that I couldn't help but notice, there's a lot of multiple questions that came through all on the same comments and stuff like that, but I noticed the drugs were most often brought up in concert with the security guard issue, whatever it is when you call it. It seems like that's his folks are talking about. They won't know what the hell you was up to, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And I don't know what they've heard, they've heard cocaine specifically mentioned, and your potential use of it. I mean, that's a simple yes or no question right there. I mean, were you using cocaine on the tour?
No.
So that's easy enough. The security issue itself, again, I wouldn't have come forward, on that as an issue. Really, it's one of the things that people ask about. Witnesses and previous statements seem to corroborate your side. The word unprofessional kept coming up. The word aggressive or overly aggressive, is kind of the terms that were used and stuff. It has been my experience in trying to interact with an individual in the comments that some people, it just don't matter what you have to say. Now this was, I know what you're going to do, and you're going to talk a bunch of smack, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and you're going to do this. Well, hey, this hasn't been recorded yet. I'm still in the research phase. I offered my email address for statements, and instead we got a removed comment, either YouTube or user removed comment. I have no way of verifying. All I can say is, well, I don't remove comments. Mm-hmm. That's literally the reason that the teaser video was there was for the comments. I activated schoolyard politics. I knew that it wouldn't be long before word got from the slide over to the teeter-totter, and that anybody who had anything to say would come forward. The problem is the person that came forward has already made statements about it. And as a first, Exhibit A type thing, that's where we'll splice in that video right here. A lot of people have seen the video. A lot of people reference the video. Hashtag Hyena has a link to that video where a security, I'm assuming that guy is a security personnel based on, I guess, agreeable statements from everyone, taking responsibility for at least part of that. Now, was there a security brief before that personal interaction? Did he tell you to keep your silly ass on that side of the table? Was that sort of standard procedure for different situations?
I mean, every situation is different, but I was took behind that pool table. It's not like I was all willy-nilly out there. I was where he put me in the get-go.
So it was a meet the fans type event.
Yeah, it was after the show, and it was let's mingle with the fans.
Well, in true man-up fashion, he took responsibility for that in the video that is referenced in hashtag Hyena, and I've seen the video itself. Yep. So as far as I'm concerned, that end of it's done.
I would have to agree.
Are you okay with it?
Yes, sir.
Did he make you feel bad?
No, I don't really.
Did he call you a chicken?
No.
Humper?
He
the words unprofessional, aggressive have been used.
He continues to be unprofessional, so it's not like, but yeah, as far as that issue, I appreciate him owning it and making a public statement. I wish that folks didn't have to send it to me. It would have, but that's, you can't get it. You can't always get what you want.
There comes the obvious thing. The statement is always made on the front page, and the retraction is always buried in the back.
I was told that.
So if the statements were not made, or the statements were not made available to the TikTok crowd, 900 some thousand of your loyal followers or semi-loyal followers, they may not like you now, but we're talking millions and millions of people. So. I mean, like I said, it would have otherwise been considered a dead issue. But like I said, I mean, you don't go over to the swing set and holler, all of y'all swing setters is a bunch of dummies. Because they get you an analogy. If you stir a pot of shit, watch the turds that float to the top. Man, we got a cornfield log just bobbing. Folks need to chill and get them a damn hobby. Is what it is. So that answers the security issue, and it specifically references the drugs. Mm-hmm. So you're telling me Do you have reason to believe that in a semi-Hollywood setting that someone might be doing like cocaine or smoking a little of that marijuana or drinking excessively or something? I'm shocked, I tell you. Shocked.
Well, I'll let you know. You asked me, did I do cocaine? And I told the camera no, and I haven't, but,
Yeah,
I've had a drink
That was
before.
the reference thing. It seemed like a bunch of folks having a damn good time.
Yeah.
Cocaine or otherwise. You'll see that there are certain things in people's life that I don't make judgments on based on my experiences in life myself. And I'll not judge you if you're doing cocaine. Now, if you snort it off if you snort it off the butt of a donkey in the Tijuana area or something like that, there will be judgments made against you.
I would
Righteously
hope
so. Yeah.
Physical
So
judgments.
the obvious question is, what happened with y'all? What happened with you and this and you and that? And it boils down to one question: why did you leave the tour?
Why did I leave the tour?
I'm not saying what you've told people or something like that. In your words, why did you leave the tour?
I was unhappy with the management, and I didn't have a place there anymore. I could not be a part of something that was going in the direction it was going in, and I was making my concerns known, but just the idea was, we'll take you out of the equation since you're the one with the problem with security, and you're the one that will remove you. Now, had I been removed from all shows from there on out that we haven't even advertised for yet, that's one thing. The reason this hit particularly hard is we had already sold out Indiana, and that's a certain creator's hometown. I was looking forward to the show. I'd promoted the show. We had sold tickets within the show. I had promised my fans I was going to be at that show. Now, in good faith, I will say that part of my conversation with management was, if this guy is in charge of my personal safety after what happened in Brunswick, I can't be there because I don't feel safe. I don't feel like a professional person is handling me.
Okay, so again, I don't make stuff up. This is a quote when asked, or it was an unprompted statement. It wasn't necessarily a question that I've reviewed a document on. Quote, not kicking you off the show. So you weren't kicked off the show. Did you tell somebody, or the way you rant on TikTok with your flapping yap, did you say that you were kicked off the show?
I made no TikToks about being kicked off the show. I did go live. Well, removed.
So you didn't make a
kicked off-
TikTok about it, but you went live.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
And-
One
no,
is
it's not. Go ahead.
Well, no, it is, and I'll explain why.
Go ahead.
One is seen by only who is in the room, period. The other is posted for whoever to see at any time, and it stays there like a YouTube video.
That's an accessibility issue.
Yeah,
It's
well,
the same
but-
thing. Or is there any way to record that?
Yeah, absolutely. You can
In real
screen
time?
record it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So if you had said that, I'm sure it's out there somewhere. If somebody thought that was excessive or something, they would have clipped that out, and it would be a pertinent thing. So you did not necessarily characterize it as being kicked off the show. Again, the statement is, or the quote is, we, quote, not kicking you off the show. It was removing you from a situation that you were already up in arms about.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the situation?
Security.
So you weren't removed from the show. You were just
Removed from the show.
right. Like I said, nice of you to drag me into your outhouse there, Tim. The other thing that kept coming up, now, admittedly not as much, people wanted to know April's role in any of this. For the love of Pete, is there anything you'd like to say about April?
She's my best friend, and she's been there through me when a lot of people I thought were close to me abandoned me.
Nobody cares about all your
Well, no.
They want to know.
I'm telling right now. And I've made her publicly a part of my life because I have nothing to be ashamed of. I'm a man of integrity, and I haven't done anything unethical to anybody when it comes down to relationships or anything
I
like
didn't
that.
ask about anybody else.
Well, no, I
just
mean,
April.
that's what people are insinuating. I've heard it a billion times, so I don't need to, they want to know, have I been screwing the assistant? I mean, that's,
While she was your assistant, were
yeah,
you?
well, no. It was strictly professional. She was on my payroll.
Right. And of course, and this one is one that I may have more to say about it than you do. I mean, would you care to fill all of these people in about your personal life when it comes to Alyssa?
Meaning who she is, or
Wow, there's just what's the situation and did do blah 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 blah.
a lot of
Dig
I
for it.
think no. I mean, I think she's really just said enough for both of us. I mean, I don't see. First of all, why I should go into talking. I mean, she told the internet everything she wanted to tell them. As far as
Yeah,
me, I have nothing bad to say about Alyssa.
Again, I'm not a TikToker. I don't know what's going on. I have seen her on a boat. I've seen her hanging out with the boys, and I've seen. You know what I have seen more in the last week or so than I have ever seen in my life? A smile on her face.
Yes.
How's the book sales doing?
I couldn't answer on that, but the last time she told me they were doing very well, and I'm very happy for her because I wanted her to be everything she wanted to be, which is a famous author.
A verse on Amazon, folks. A dot verse. I guess it's the typical.
She's a good writer.
Check her out.
She's a very good writer.
And I see her, out there doing the deal. If she's having a good time with the ride along crew, well, good. It's her turn.
Absolutely. And let me say this, I'm not bitter because she's out there with them. And a lot of people have asked me, but I don't let her. I'm glad she has somebody.
A lot of people want there to be stuff where there's not necessarily stuff. I want to congratulate her on the book thing and touring the country and having a good time. But more than anything, the smile on her damn face.
Yeah.
That's a serious thing. When I talk about other people's emotions, I get emotional myself. Yeah. I mean, folks, yes, I was a Marine, not the real Marine. I worked on airplanes. But I am the biggest vagina when it comes down to emotion that you could ever imagine. So to see somebody like that I know that walks around with a frown on her face all the time, because we used to sit and give you such shit about your damn TikTok nonsense.
How do you like me now?
So, no kidding, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I'm glad I could have helped.
He's in there on the toilet doing TikTok videos.
Preparation
my God.
H.
Would you tell him? And she'd say, no, I'm not telling him a damn thing. And we cut you up like one of my fancy knives, man. It was funnier than hell. But to see that her opinion of TikTok has changed and mine really hasn't, that's an interesting walk through life, Yeah. Again, a verse on Amazon digital, and we got a copy of one of the books that she didn't particularly care for, but we bought one, which is that's what we do. Yeah. We support and defend the folks that we know about, and that we personally, I ain't got no problem with her.
Me neither.
Well. It sounds like there was a freaking problem, so don't try to bullshit me.
Why would I? Problem, we addressed it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we did what we did.
It's my opportunity to prop my sister up. So, you can suck it. Largely in conclusion, there's a certain number of people right now that are, as we wrap this video up, this interview up, there is a certain number of people right now that are on pins and needles. They're wondering what's going to get said between now and the conclusion. And without delving too far into it, I have to make certain statements to address a non-addressing of the issue that may potentially be, if this ain't the hardest statement that I have ever had to put together. Folks, if you're looking for a bombshell, per again comments on my previous YouTube video, there was a bombshell that's been happening for 24 hours on TikTok because people have lost their ever loving mind. But there is the one unresolved issue that I had a serious problem with. I talked to an individual who went through some stuff, and I don't have permission to tell that story. No one has had permission to tell that story. I think there's been an unfortunate is that this person has told too many people the story itself, and that person tells this person, and that person tells this person, and the next thing you know, you got the entire Monkey Bars crowd coming over there to jump your shit. Now, that issue will not be talked about on the Lion's Share now or in the future because, like I said, I don't have permission to tell that story. No one has permission to tell that story. If this story comes out and it is not from that person, then there's your brotherhood fault. There's your brotherhood fail. If it's anything, there's too many people that know about this issue for it not to have been brought out. But I've told you before that a lot of people have a convenient definition of brotherhood. Brotherhood in action is that story not coming forward, not having gone any further than it absolutely has because somebody heard about it and somebody told so-and-so. Well, then somebody overheard somebody telling so-and-so, and somebody comes back to this person and it's like, hey man, what happened with this? So there are people that know about it. In my opinion, too many people. You will not hear it here because we don't have permission to tell that story. Is it a big one in your opinion? Yeah.
I will say that I think it's been addressed, and I think it should be left alone, and that one is absolutely none of the public's business.
So, like I mentioned earlier, folks need to get a damn hobby.
Yeah.
This has been a delve into the TikTok world and the world of celebrity for me that I hope to never have to repeat for the rest of my life. Folks cross lines when they bring up your family and stuff like that. When your family is involved with the TikTok crowd, so tough shit. You're gonna have to talk about it to some extent. But me, nobody knows anything about me. All I did was say I'm gonna interview Tim, and I get the hate.
Yeah, but it helped. I mean, it brought some people to you too.
Oh,
You can have all my loony people.
No. I'm glad you mentioned that because it was brought up in the comments that that we were dragging this out. You got all these followers and stuff, and I directly replied to that individual that it's not that this isn't the crowd that I'm after, but this isn't the way I go about I don't run off into a mud hole and expect everybody to stay with me. There are a lot of people subscribing. There are a lot of people who are going to view this video that are not going to subscribe to me. I fully expect to lose I would be fine going back to my original 23 followers and we start making fun of remote controls, the letter W, and underwire bras.
Yes, sir.
You're an aggravating son of a bitch.
I would like to add something to this interview.
All right, go ahead.
Because I have expressed online a concern that I have, and I would like to publicly accept the Ride Along Crew's official apology that Kingery made, as I have not done that yet.
And I haven't seen that. Go ahead.
He said that he was misled by me, and I believe that
misled by you?
I mean, he was less misled about me. I'm sorry.
What'd you do? Go ahead.
No, he was misled about me, and the other guys were too, and every one of the Ride Along Crew members reached out to me via phone in private, and they all said, we're sorry for listening to other people. And they did immediately remove the video that's still on Google, and you can't do nothing about people running with stuff. Once you put it on the internet, folks, it's on the internet, even if you regret putting it on the internet in the get-go. But I have no ill feelings towards any of those guys, and I wish them nothing but the best. And, I did have a good time with them, and, thank you for making your statement, and I accept your apology and fully.
And for anything that you did stupid,
Yeah,
like
oh yeah.
running your mouth to the
Yeah, I
troublemaker.
also apologize for, well, thank you, Father. No, no, I'm just teasing you, man. And what else do you have to say, son? Well, I'm very, very, very sorry for trusting people that I don't know, and, and if any heartache was brought out of that, I am truly sorry. That was not why I had it, and I never thought that it was going to do what it did.
Never had a positive role model in your life tell you stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's easy. I've also, people are weird, man. I've seen a lot of
man.
trustworthiness, and then,
Yeah,
people are weird.
But, like I said, it's a convenient definition of brotherhood sometimes, and a lot of people sling those words around without having experienced true brotherhood. Yeah. You save somebody's life for somebody, and you find out folks feel that they owe you.
You don't owe me anything. I'm going to just say
I
that.
gave you a knife, you son of a bitch.
Well, no, I had a very nice knife.
So in conclusion, I want a very, a very probably overlooked philosopher from my time. I'm a little older than you are, but famous quotes from like Martin Luther King and stuff that we're taught in school, and the things that we pick up off the news media and stuff like that. In the words of a party guy who's just a little bit wise, and I put the can in there. Can we all get along? Holy shit!
Please.
I mean, I try not to have a negative view of society, but society is society. It's societal, and you want to see some piranhas, you want to see some sharks, and you want to see some really good people. Look at the comments right after this video. Go watch your TikTok and decide for yourself who's a piranha, who's a shark, and who's the floating cornfield log. Because that's what you're going to do anyway. The lion's share is not going to respond to a whole lot of comments, but we will probably look through them. And that's my side of it. Anything else, dude?
I appreciate my followers. I have said from the beginning, I don't know why this many people are interested in somebody like me. I am just a regular construction guy at heart that wouldn't even be known if something bad didn't happen to me and I needed somewhere to go. I lost my, you know what I'm saying. But anyway,
I know, dude. I know.
I did what I had to do, and I've made some mistakes with it, and I've done some great things with it, and I've blessed people, and I've been there for people. Me and you we made TikToks while we were cleaning up hurricanes. It's been a fun
Move
ride.
on with that shit.
It's been a very fun ride, but I appreciate all the people, and I'll say this: I've never made a decision where I didn't stop and say, how does this affect the people that support me, that love me, that stand up for me, and that you support me in all aspects of this. All my decisions from the beginning to the end were thinking about them, all but probably one or two.
So cool, man. You've been through a quite a traumatic experience here with your whiny ass. What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to Disney World. I'm gonna come.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm thinking.
I've always wanted to say that.
Well, wait till you win something, you fucking loser. Anyway, so I mean, man, I don't see why you should. Go to Disney World. Take you a chill pill, and don't change a damn thing. Well, that's not true. I do have some negative feedback from the folks. If he won, if he lost, if it was an insurrection, if it was a riot, and stuff like that, could you go dig in some damn dirt? Everybody loves the man. Everybody hates people that screw people over. But let's talk about some dirt and some hunting and brotherhood that actually is.
Yeah, I agree.
A verse on Amazon. Go buy something. You got t-shirts and stuff? Cool.
No. Please.
No?
No.
What?
I went into this interview not wanting any kind of nothing for it.
So nothing.
I'm
nothing-
good with the people that I've lost because of it. And
Well,
I'm good with.
fine then.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be promoted. Thank you.
You know, well,
Respectfully, thank you.
Tim doesn't want to be promoted now. Averse on Amazon, right? Are we content violation or are we the Ride Along crew?
It's the content violation.
Content
tour.
violation.
Yeah,
Go
check
see
them
those
out.
guys. They're a freaking riot.
Yeah,
And
they're pretty funny.
yeah, I wish I would have seen one of the shows myself. Who knows?
They tried to teach me the worm. I had bruises on my knees forever.
They realize you're a Caucasian from Georgia, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You just Gumby and stuff.
Suck, suck, suck.
Georgia Landscaper on TikTok.
Here's some.
Suck it.
So-
And the Lion's Share here. We'll see you back with some regularly scheduled non-mayhem next time. Thanks, everybody.
appreciate y'all.
Subscribers. Check out our other content. If you want to stay, fine. Everybody else, we'll catch y'all later.